Nose, ears, neck, body, legs. Nose, ears, neck, body, legs. Nose, ears, neck, body, legs. Is that all there is? We're going to do a little theme and variation on the format of nose, ears, neck, body, legs, and tail. And in that order. That's pretty much the basis of a lot of basic balloon animals. So we have the nose. Now instead of going with long ears, let's go with short ears. So you always have that option. You could use the two bubbles, like we said before. You can use them as eyeballs, or you could use them as just short ears. So I'm sure you can come up with a lot of animals, like maybe a horse or any animal with short ears. Now I suggest for a little variation on the ears, how about we go with an ear twist? So you could do an ear twist for one ear and an ear twist for the other ear. And now you have a little variation on the short-eared animal. You can use this for like a Chihuahua or different little puppy dogs. I use this mainly for, I use it a lot for the llama. Now the llama is a cool character because you can go with a long neck, and now you go in with an ear twist. And I'll tell you why we do the ear twist in just a moment. Let's go with the front legs, and let's go with the back legs. Whoop. And now my back legs are a little short. I ran out of balloon, but for this lesson I'm not going to worry about it. Now the reason we have the ear twist is we got the nice llama. Now llamas are known for their posture. They got very straight up neck. They're very elegant creatures, sort of like an ostrich. So you do kind of a reverse Odie lift by sticking an ear twist right there in the front, and it props the neck backwards, and it gives the llama that more elegant posture. Also what I do is I'll take the neck and bend it into an S like that. See, I bend the neck back, make a little S out of it, and then when I let go, it gives a nice little curve there, and then you have a llama standing elegant and standing proud. Now let's take those same ear twist ears and add a little something else. So let's start with the nose. Let's start with the one ear twist here, the other ear twist. Now you have what you think of the two ears. After doing the two ears, then you do a lock of two bubbles on either side of the ears. So here's one little bubble here, one little bubble here. Lock them together. You have a lock of two, and place it on the side right underneath one of his ears. See, there it is. Now you go with the lock of two on the other side. Two bubbles, lock them together. And you put them on the other side of the other ear. Whoop. There I am. You can hear by all the squeaking, it's a pretty tight fit. So you be careful doing these on a hot day. Okay, so once again, we got the nose, we got the two ear twists, ears, and the two side sets of bubbles. See? So there's a lot of pressure going on that joint. Now, if you look at it, I like to do this for a goat. Now this is not ears anymore. These are the ears, and these are the horns on the goat. So another variation using the basic twist on the head. Now if we want to finish the body of a goat, we can take the neck. Now, before I move on to the legs, I'm not going to make just a standard 4 legs. I'm going to divide the legs up to create fluffiness, to create gentleness, to create an animal that's light on its feet. Now how do you make an animal dainty? How do you make an animal like prancing, like jumping over the fence when you're trying to sleep? It's very simple. You do the large part of the leg, the smaller part of the leg, and you do one bubble for the feet. One bubble, not two. One bubble for the feet. And, of course, come back up with the leg. So here you have a descending set of bubbles. Large, medium, small, medium, large. Do the same thing for the next part of the goat, for the rear legs. Large, medium, one single bubble for the feet, and back up and enlarge again. There we go. We got two identical sets of legs consisting of 5 bubbles. See how that works? Now, this is a little tight here, but what I want to do is I want to just do an ear twist for the tail, just a little bud tail. So I'm just going to take the end, snap it off, let the air out slowly till I get down to just a little bubble. Then I'm just going to take an ear, hold that in there and ear twist that bubble. You'll find yourself doing that a lot when you experiment, is learn how to trim off the end of the balloon and just ear twist it off. Now for the goat, you have the legs in front, legs in the back. Now you got that single bubble. Now the way we make it in the 2 feet is guess how? A divided ear twist. What does that do? It presses his ankles together, gives him tiny little feet, and increases his posture. It makes his legs more straight up. By doing a divided ear twist, it lines the legs up together to make him very elegant, okay? It's sort of like the llama. So let's ear twist one foot and divide it into two. Alright, there you go. Ear twist the other foot and divide it into two. And here you have a little lamb with two little horns. I should not say lamb, I should say a goat with two little horns and four little feet. This time, instead of making a goat, let's make a lamb. What is the difference between a lamb and a goat? Well, in my mind, a lamb is gentler. It's daintier. But, you know, the goat is too. But I want to create even a more gentle animal. How do you create gentle out of a balloon? Simple. You use an apple twist for the nose. Why? Because that gives you a nice smile. Let me show you. Oh, I forgot. I don't start that way. I start this way. One little apple twist. Now, the reason I say apple twist instead of a hook twist is because I'm not going very deep in the balloon. So there. That would be the nose of the goat. Of the lamb. Now, instead of doing the two horns of the goat, which is the two ear twists on the top, let's just take the ears that we did, which is a lock of two for each ear. So here's one lock of two, and here's the other lock of two. Alright, you put that behind that apple twist, and here you have the first part of your goat. You've got the nose, you've got the two sets of ears, there you go, and now the neck, and of course we're going to go with the same dainty legs that we made for the goat. So, which is a 5-section legs, going from large to medium to small, one single bubble for the feet, and then back up the same way. Large, medium, small, medium, large for the rear legs. Ear twist that last bubble for the stubby tail, and get rid of the rest. Use a needle, use whatever you want, but just get rid of the rest. Ear twist the foot. There you go. Divide the ear twist. Divide the ear twist on the other foot. And here you have a nice little lamb. The only difference between the lamb and the goat is there's no horns, no ear twist horns. Makes it a little easier. And you've got the apple twist face. Now, you might think, why don't you use the apple twist face on the goat too? Well, the cool thing is about doing different animals with balloons, always keep in mind you want something different for each animal. Something. If you find one really cute feature, don't use it on everything that you think is cute. Always keep animals with one unique feature that makes it stand out. So I could put the smile, I could put the apple on the goat, but I want it only for the lamb because that way it keeps the lamb special. Now there's that apple twist. See that little hole there? Now you can kind of use your fingers and rearrange it. There you go. There's this kind of create pressure in different areas and see how you can form it. And then you got a lamb with a cute little smile. See? Isn't that nice? Now let's change things up a little bit by making a giraffe. Now a giraffe is kind of the same format that we've been working with. Start with the nose. There we go. Now, instead of two ear twists for the ears, or like we did the last couple creations, let's go with a lock of two. Sort of like exactly like a wiener dog, except they're going really small. So there's a lock of two. Alright? Now, these will not be his ears, these will be his antlers. Now let's go with a fold twist on either side to create bigger ears. Now I say fold twist, not ear twist, which means it's got to be a little bit bigger. So here's one fold twist, here's the other. So here we've got a nose, we've got the two antlers, and the two ears. See? It's a good sized fold twist. See, if you can see a line right there dividing the fold twist, then you know it's big enough, okay? Now, we have the neck, the front legs, the body, the back legs. You want to exaggerate the length of the neck. Actually, giraffes have very long legs too, but in our mind's eye, in a cartoon artist's eye, the neck is long, the legs are normal. So, sometimes the truth is what we portray in a balloon creation. It's the character. So go with an exaggerated neck, normal legs, okay? Take the neck, bend it back with an S like this. There we go. Kind of give them a little reverse posture there. Now, I didn't do anything fancy with the legs. I didn't give it any multiple bubbles. I went with standard legs. Because this goes back to what I was saying before. You keep different elements special for different animals. Don't overdo any element. And that way, you come up with a lot of variety and a lot of distinctive characteristics. So, I use the multi-bubble legs for poodles and lambs and goats and things like that. Things that are known for being gentle. Things that are known for being childlike. So, or young, or like a baby kitten would have section legs. A tiger wouldn't. So always think about where you use each feature. Now with the giraffe, with the posture of a giraffe, I could use a Odie lift and I could pull the neck back like that, but I want to save it for the llama so it keeps the llama special. So the giraffe is standard, but I use the S curve because it pulls his neck back. Now in this case I'm going to draw on it to show you exactly how to portray the giraffe, because some people will think that's eyeballs unless you tell them differently. And then when kids watch me draw on it, they think it's still eyeballs. But actually you put a dot on the top of each antler, because antlers have a darker interior and a lighter exterior, so you put the bumps on the top like that. But you draw the eyeball on the side of the giraffe's face, a little circle here, maybe some eyelashes. There you go. And a little circle here. And some eyelashes there. And now you got on each side. And that way they see the eyes there, and that makes these antlers. And of course a big smile underneath the dot. Now I do spots on the neck. I just do a nice little grid of spots. I don't overdo it because remember, ink smears, balloons shrink, ink starts smearing, and if you just draw too much on your balloon, it just makes a mess. One of the things in all the classes I've ever taught in balloons is don't overdo the drawing. Do just enough drawing to reveal the character, but don't make it a big piece with your felt pen, alright? Just eyeballs, just enough to portray the character. That's the best I can tell you. Now, let's take the same exact sequence we did for the giraffe, change the size of the different bubbles, and make a ram. And you can kind of see how things work. So, let's start with the nose. This time, let's do the lock of 2. But let's make the bubbles just a little bigger. Not a lot, just a little bit bigger on top there. And now, remember those fold twists we did on the giraffe? The one ear and the other? This time, let's make the fold twist way bigger. Maybe about like this. There we go. Now we got a big fold twist. See, you have to make the fold twist big enough where you can imagine that bubble being placed inside the fold twist, okay? So let's do it again here. And just for surprise value, let's go ahead and make the 4 legs right now. Here's the neck. 1, 2, 3. Nothing special on the legs. Once again, standard animal, standard legs. Now, here we have what could be a giraffe, but it's a short neck, same antlers, same ears, same nose. But instead I made the fold twist bigger because I'm going to push up over that ear. Now by taking my thumb, pushing the antler into the middle of the fold twist, roll the fold twist upwards like that. There's one, see how it fits there? One of the two lock of 2 is stuck there inside the fold twist. Now I turn it around, turn around and do the very same thing. Do it very gentle. Take the fold twist, pull back with my thumbs, push here in, roll it up over the top like that. Now here you have the same pattern for giraffe, but instead you have a ram with nice big antlers on his head. Alright, you're going to love this. Let's take that ram design and let's move that ear assembly into the middle of the body, take out the 4 legs, put in a standard head, and make a snail. I love this one. I used to get crowds in the street making this design. Start with the nose. 2 little bubbles for the ears. Lock of 2. This is the snail's head. Now let's give him a little bit of neck. Give it a little bit of length. There we go. Now let's do a lock of 2 as if you were making 2 short front legs. So here's 2 front legs. Okay. Now you've got the whole rest of the balloon to make 2 fold twists. So let's do a big fold twist here. And another fold twist here. So here we have 2 fold twists, 2 fold twists, 2 legs, 1 neck, 2 ears, and a nose. Alright? Now all we have to do is take the fold twist, lift it up just like we do with the ram over one of the block of 2. Do the same thing on the other side. Whoop. That one let go. Just pull it right up, place it over that lock of 2, just like you did with the ram's head. Well, this time it's in the middle of the body. See what you got there? Then all you have to do is take the ears, turn them upwards like that, and move that neck up in between the 2 layers there. See how it's up and poking out there? And then take the tail, pull on it, and stretch it and pull it out straight like that, because that's the icky part of the snail, the tail. Now look at that, this beautiful snail. And people always think it's impossible when you tell them you're going to do it. Okay, let's get small. Let's make a small dog. There's some last thing I want to show you. This time let's go real short. Not much balloon at all. A lot of tail. Let's make a nose. Let's make 2 ear twists for the ears. And of course the neck. 2 front legs. 2 back legs. To make a little standard basic balloon mouse. And you'd be surprised how many kids like the balloon mouse. But here's the problem. Now this is basically it's a wiener dog with ear twist ears instead of regular ears. And a long tail. Now remember, it's the tail that identifies the mouse. So you want to make it as small as you can, because the smaller, the longer the tail, the better off you are. Now here's the problem. When you give this to a child or anything, it's really easy. Now when you go really small, it's easy for them to untwist those back legs. Or, if you go real small, it's hard to get the legs twisted in the first place because they collapse on you when you try to get small. So the best way to handle this after you've made it, when you get real tiny, is take the tail and just poke it in between the 2 back legs and pull. Now, see that little bubble there keeps it from pulling. Just pull it anyway. The bubble pops on the other side like that, and then you just take your fingers and gently squeeze the bubble into position forward like that. And that way, you protect the back legs, it keeps them straight, and that nice big tail sticks up there. And there you have a little mouse.